It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome, NBA fans, and you know who you are. Ernie Johnson here with you again, along with Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, for what is still a very new, a very fresh NBA season. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Denver Nuggets as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, this is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first two games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. Hey, we get a chance to check out DeMar DeRozan tonight. He has improved his game each and every year.
Yeah, his first step is explosive, and that's what's really separated him, and also difficult to guard. And because of that, then he gets to the free throw line, which enhances his game. So he takes less shots, scores more points, and more efficient.
When he focuses on what he does well, which is attack defenders, he's a force. He can be an elite scorer when he doesn't settle. Every now and then he settles for too many jumpers, but when he's in attack mode, it's like a killer pit bull.
Let's go over. I'm going to keep you on a short leash. Let's go over to Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the opening tip.
The bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. It's East versus West here in Toronto. The Raptors hope to put on a show for their hometown fans. This, the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their two games against them last year.
And before tip-off, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Dwayne Casey.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And, Steve, for both these teams, a lot of young talent, a lot of youthful exuberance out there.
Yeah, the future is bright. When you have guys that play the right way at a young age, it's exciting to see where they will be 2 or 3 years down the line.
Best is yet to come. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Gallinari and Fareed, the duo at the forward. Bill Barton is out there with Moutier, and it's Jokic in at the 5, home in the paint. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Valanciunas against Jokic. Barton kicks to Jokic. Carroll with the rebound. Here's Toronto now. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
You try not to dwell on losses like that, but hey, you can't help it. Hopefully, they'll learn something from that defeat.
Gallinari with the steal. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Gallinari. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. Denver on D. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
Now here's Barton, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Moutier kicks to Jokic. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Fires the three. Goes back up. Denver grabs the miss.
They just can't seem to get everyone on the same page offensively. 1 of 5 to start.
And Gallinari kicks to Jokic. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
The Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Gallinari against Carroll. Gallinari dishes to Fareed. Over in the corner, Moutier. Lock at 6. And it's Gallinari missing.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts. Struggling to find any daylight.
The shot by Carroll, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Moutier. Count it, good.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Lowry.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Sullinger the screen. Lowry passes to Sullinger. Carroll kicks to Sullinger. He feeds it to DeRozan. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Fareed outside.
Freakish,
yes.
athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
Oh, going vertical and getting nasty on that one.
That slam, Greg, was one to behold. We'll remember that, baby.
He leaped off the ground and threw that down with some real ferocity. Wow.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Denver shooting 43% since taking the floor today.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household names, but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Outside Lowry. Pass to Valanciunas. Carroll, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper. Carroll's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Nuggets trail by 3. And you look at the Nuggets, Greg, they're a team with some young talent, some veteran talent. Where do they go from here?
I think the focus has to be on developing the young players. I mean, you like to have a blend of vets in there to help mentor the young guys. But let's be honest, this is a team that's a long way away from contending.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 25-point game against Cleveland.
He really did an outstanding job setting up his teammates as well. The defense could not figure out where the ball was going to go next.
The Nuggets on offense. Here's Gallinari. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
One thing that Gallinari brings to the table is his ability to line up effectively at either forward spot. Can act as a stretch 4, if you will, with his height and still bother other power forwards. Very efficient shooter at the 4 position when he gets minutes there.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, talking about the advantage of a guy like Gallinari, other 4s often don't know how to match up with him, especially with his willingness to attack the hoop on the bounce.
Great point. A big part of the bonus you get from Gallinari is just having the flexibility with lineups. I mean, his coach can mix and match how they deploy him depending upon what team they're facing. And he's also improved his rebounding. I mean, to help play more effectively, I believe, at the 4.
In terms of big man, he is certainly one of the better free throw shooters in this league.
Feeds it to Valanciunas. He can't hit that time. And Denver the other way now. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
He really knows how to get up and fight for rebounds and challenge the defense with his athleticism.
Lowry with the ball. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Kept alive. Valanciunas. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Valanciunas has got his second bucket.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Moutier kicks to Jokic. Shoots from the baseline, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line.
And Smitty, as a player, is there any change in your approach to the game early in the season versus later on?
I think maintenance on the body. You do a little bit more because the grind of 82 games. At the beginning of the season, you're feeling good. I think the good thing for young guys is kind of approach the maintenance the same way, but you kind of ramp it up at the end of the season.
You always hear about the rookie wall, Steve. Is there a veteran equivalent where, is it before All-Star maybe that for whatever reason you just, the fire isn't there, or the veterans usually navigate that?
You hit that rookie wall, and then that veteran wall, we call that father time. He started holding your back.
That's father time's the
wall.
Pulling
you back. He's pulling you back.
Yeah. What's the first sign for you?
But for me?
Yeah. Quickness, speed, aches and pains,
when
shot, or
when
whatever.
you don't want to get back on defense, you just said, I'll get back next time.
That's okay. You're honest. I love it. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Toronto.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
The Nuggets trail. Now Moutier coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Passes it to Fareed. Gallinari in the corner. Screen by Fareed. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, no one's scoring off that screen. That was terrible.
The Raptors shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Outside DeRozan. Here's Sullinger. There's 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And Jokic slams it in.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
These are the type of games you love. You can't predict. The only thing you know is it's going to be a close one.
Here is Lowry. After the Nuggets pick up 2. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
Some changes for Toronto. Patterson, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Norman Powell comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Big group substitution here for Denver. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Reed. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Murray's checked in for Will Barton. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Now here's Murray. Jokic passes to Murray. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And there's a little bit of a question as to where Jamal Murray will line up in the NBA. He's played both point guard and shooting guard in the past and has the skills to play either position comfortably.
And I think Murray has shown he can play the shooting guard proficiently. But it'll be interesting if this team sees him as a point guard long term. Didn't play that at UK, so a bit behind the curve in that sense. But with his scoring, however, you just want him on the floor no matter where he lines up.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And so Murray nails both of them.
And you talk about a scorer who can just get red hot. Jamal Murray is that guy. Once he hits a few from deep, he just gets in his groove and can pick apart a defense. Will attack the rim and mix it up on offense if the defense. Oh, wow.
Watch your head. That's a beautiful jam.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
And Joseph kicks to Powell. Here's Pirtle. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Denver leading by 5. Inside. Arthur, no good.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
The Raptors shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Joseph dishes to Powell. Here is Ross, who's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland. And there's the feed to Patterson. 6 on the shot clock. Patterson, the screen. Here's Joseph. And again, Toronto no luck. For Denver, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Dishes to Murray. There's the pass to Nelson. Now here's Arthur. Defense right on him. And the shot goes down.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Patterson passes to Powell. Shot to stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Murray with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Nelson, no luck.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
It is ugly.
Patterson, the screen. And Joseph kicks to Powell. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper. The Nuggets leading by 5. And here is Murray. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Chandler kicks to Arthur. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And quickly, let's take a look at the stats for Nelson. How he did last season. Averaged 7 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. I mean, he definitely liked to turn things around from last year. I mean, he really struggled, but hoping to make amends now.
And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That's his first foul. Here's Pirtle.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start. They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Baseline J on the way. Chandler, no good. Raptors trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Chandler outside. Nelson dishes to Chandler. He kicks it to Murray. He feeds it to Arthur. It's deflected.
Just a great job of timing on the block from Patterson.
Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Nelson kicks to Murray. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
He got the ball inside, realized right away he had a mismatch, and took him right to school.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the free throw, no good. Raptors last season introducing a new logo, new jerseys, revamped colors to go with their new motto, We the North. It seemed to have captured, Steve, the spirit of his fans.
Yeah, I think some teams like the Brooklyn Nets, they put Brooklyn across the front of all their jerseys, home or away. The Raptors, they like to keep that on the front of their jerseys. They want to represent not just Toronto, but the whole country.
One shot, gentlemen.
And it's tied up with that one. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, plays solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The dish to Ross, and stolen by Murray. Here's Nelson. The shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Arthur, no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Powell, the pass to Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Ross for three. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Carroll in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Sullinger against Fareed. Lowry has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Toronto. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kenneth Fareed, and call him Kenneth. He gets mad when you say Ken. He's the manimal, one of the best rebounders in the league. He plays with a tremendous motor. But Fareed said, I never looked at myself as just an energy player. I just have a lot more passion than other people in the league. And I play hard. I have talent and passion. Kevin?
A key player for Team USA gold medal in 2014. Thanks, D.A. Free throw drops for Nelson. Well, there are a lot of great players in the NBA that come off the bench, act as the sixth man for their team. Who would be your pick right now, Steve, for the best sixth man in the NBA?
I think this award has his name all over it. Jamal Crawford. Right. And then a guy,
he's 37 years old or 38 years old.
Every year he's either 1, 2, or 3 in my vote. I mean, it's amazing he's been doing it year after year.
So many different teams, so many different cultures, but he seems to adapt every place he goes.
And he still looks like he's like 22 years old.
Isn't that amazing? And loves the game.
Yeah.
He has great zest for the game. Three-pointer, Lowry, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Lowry against Nelson. Kicks it to Barton. Gallinari dishes to Fareed. Feeds it to Nelson. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wings, man. You saw it right there on that play.
Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And Fareed kicks to Jokic. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Toronto's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Outside DeRozan. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Nelson with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And Barton throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
Lowry kicks to Sullinger. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lowry against Nelson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gallinari. Carroll with the rebound. Toronto trailing. Lowry inside the line. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Raptors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. The Nuggets missed the playoffs for the last 3 seasons, but before that, they'd made the postseason, Greg, for a decade straight.
Yeah, and turnover in the front office and on the coaching staff. They've been very competitive without a true superstar player. They've got some intriguing young talent. We just have to see how it all comes together.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Gallinari, a screen on DeRozan. Fareed setting the pick for Barton. Gallinari outside. Fade away. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Knocked away. Moutier passes to Fareed. Moutier dishes to Barton. And again, Denver no good.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Carroll against Gallinari. Carroll kicks to Sullinger. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Denver in the lead. The kick out to Barton. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's DeRozan, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
The kick out to Barton, and here's Gallinari outside. The shot that time, not on target. Now Toronto takes it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Sullinger the screen. Carroll passes to Sullinger. From the stripe, Valanciunas. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Barton kicks to Fareed. And Lowry gets double teamed. Passes it to Valanciunas. Carroll dishes to Lowry. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball, and he gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Carroll, and Fareed sends it back. Barton against DeRozan, and that one is good. Barton's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Carroll. On the wing, DeRozan. Off the screen, and the Raptors miss again.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
All you ask for is execution, and those shots will fall later.
Gallinari inside the three-point line. Wow, way off on that one. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll, and a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in. And so many players in the NBA, Smitty, are passionate about giving back to their communities, lending a helping hand to that next person to help them reach their dreams. And I know it's a cause that's close to your heart. So why is this so important to players like yourself?
Well, it's so important, Kevin, because I think in all walks of life, there's somebody that's helped you. And I had the opportunity to get a chance to help others. And I learned this from my parents, especially my mom. She was the foundation of our family and the community.
And I know one of the big contributions you made is back to your university up in East Lansing, Michigan State, with a huge donation that they are very thankful for.
Yeah, just the synergy I had with Michigan State, also my high school, being able to give back, and especially providing a scholarship for kids to get a chance to have a scholarship to attend Michigan State University.
Jarrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 23 points a game last year, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. The Raptors third.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Moutier with the ball. And the pass to Jokic. Good D by Sullinger.
Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead.
The offensive rebound.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Arthur, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. We got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Here's Lowry. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Kyle has a way of getting into a defender and drawing a foul. The All-Star Kyle Lowry last season played fantastic basketball throughout the year. Up and down, had some huge cold streaks in the postseason. But when it was time to make big plays and big shots, he stepped up.
And he can't get the first one. And for Lowry, it was revealed he was dealing with an elbow injury at the end of the season and during the playoffs. And Stephen Help explains why he was so inconsistent with his play.
But you love that he never complained, never talked about it, just kept battling. He's one of those guys, yes, he struggled, but he leaves it out there on the court. But he had some moments where he made a lot of big shots in the playoffs.
Good on the second free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
They set the pick. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
He dishes it to Ross. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Ross has got 5 now.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Jokic a screen. Here's Moutier, and that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession, and Toronto making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Here's Murray. Over in the corner, Moutier. His 3-pointers off the mark. Raptors trail by 3, and the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Joseph.
Don't let him shoot that.
Now Ross. There's the pick. Pulls up on the wing, and it's denied.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Murray. He's got 6. Now the feed to Gallinari. Lets it go from the wing. Joseph with the rebound.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead. Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset. To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Dishes it to Pirtle. Raptors moving the ball around. Patterson with it. Arthur's there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Joseph. Got a piece of it. The Nuggets leading by 3. Arthur sets the pick for Moutier. Pass to Arthur from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Powell's got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that one drops. And it's 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Size is only one factor, and it wasn't nearly enough on that possession.
No good from Ross.
Right now, he's trying to find the mark. Unfortunately, he's starting to feel a little bit desperate.
Jacks up a 3. Another shot, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
Terrence Ross can be absolutely infuriating, Steve, to watch, and at times pure joy. He embodies the idea of a player who can get white hot and then go ice cold and disappear.
Well, it's frustrating because Ross has athleticism. He has a nice jump shot. The potential is there, but he has to be able to have this go consistently throughout the game. Sometimes he doesn't look engaged, but when he is, he's fantastic.
And he's good on the second. And so here's Denver. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shoots from the elbow. Shot by Joseph. No good. Denver in the lead. To the inside. Here's Hernan Gomez.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Joseph, guarded by Nelson. Pirtle. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray, the pass to Chandler. Over to the wing. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The Raptors have been arguably the worst defensive team in the league before the arrival of head coach Dwayne Casey. They struggle from season to season to be able to stop the basketball, but last season, a big step in the right direction.
And the Raptors going into last season brought in defenders in free agency, guys like Damari Carroll and Joseph and Biyombo.
But they also simplified their defensive coverages, more in line with what other teams are doing. They still have to get better contesting the threes. Last season, they allowed the second best percentage in the league.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Jakob Pirtle enters the NBA after 2 seasons at the University of Utah. Last season, he won the Pac-12 Player of the Year, as well as awards for the best center and low post player in college basketball.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to play in Europe instead, but he thought the college route would be a nice experience. Certainly the exposure didn't hurt, and he made demonstrable improvement from year 1 to year 2.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And if you're the defense, you probably should sag off him right now because he's not knocking down anything.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Now here's Murray, guarded by Powell. And again, Denver no good.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
For 3, Ross. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Nuggets on top, up 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Wayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there, and Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They showed a total lack of discipline in the first half, way too many turnovers. Coach was not happy. A lot of miscommunication going on. This game could easily get away from them if they do not tighten up.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
This has been a breakthrough game for him, and we've only played one half of basketball so far.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gallinari and Fareed, the duo at the forward. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Down low, here's Carroll. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kira's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Raptors. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Jokic with the screen on DeRozan. To the wing on the left. Inside. They get a hand on it. He gets stolen by Sullinger. Fast break, Toronto. Carroll dishes to Lowry. And it's blocked. Deflects the pass. And Gallinari kicks to Fareed. And the dunk by Fareed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Lowry passes to Kira.
Get there, get there.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Jokic. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Jokic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets. Outside Lowry. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Sullinger with the bucket.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Now here's Barton. He kicks it to Fareed. And that one goes long. Raptors trail by 5. Fast break, Toronto. Outside Lowry. All alone. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Corey Joseph's checked in for Toronto. The Nuggets leading by 5. Mudiay kicks to Barton. The shot, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. Here's Joseph. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Joseph's got 5 points so far. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They get a hand on it. Barton kicks to Gallinari. Stolen by Joseph. It's tipped. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. Goes back up. Jokic, no good.
Blown opportunity right there. Point blank lay in. Come on now.
Carroll dishes to Joseph. Carroll passes to Sullinger. Carroll against Gallinari. Here's DeRozan, and it's all evened up. 6 points for him. And you see the progression for the Raptors under head coach Dwayne Casey. Every season, they've gotten just a little bit better.
From 23 wins in 2011, then 34 wins, then 48 wins, 49, and last season a franchise record, 56 wins. Great job by Casey.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nuggets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
That free throw missing. One of the biggest reasons why coaches love Kenneth Fareed is that he never gives up on a play. Whenever he's on the floor, you know, Greg, he's going to leave out there everything he's got to give his team the best possible step ahead.
And Kevin, the great numbers Fareed can put up are almost secondary to his true impact. The hustle that he brings to the floor is contagious. It's a big part of why he's found his way onto Team USA rosters and been a critical part of their success.
That puts them in the lead. DeRozan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Mudiay kicks to Fareed. Gallinari dishes to Fareed. Shot clock at 6. Here's Barton. And again, Denver no good. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And it's DeRozan missing. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
Kept alive.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And again, Toronto no luck. Denver shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Moutier passed to Jokic. Moutier kicks to Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Sullinger the screen. To the middle. Here's Carroll. And the shot goes in. Carroll's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Screen by Fareed. Moutier dishes to Fareed. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Joseph. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Greg, one thing you saw from Moutier as he adjusts to NBA basketball, he knows how to play without fear. He has no problem attacking any big star and often turned in great performances against the elite point guards in the NBA.
And Moutier also showed that he had a knack for stepping up big in crunch time. I mean, can come into the fourth quarter situations and come up with a big shot in a close game. You can see his potential to develop into an elite closer late in games.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on the second, so he makes them both. Steve, growing up in Michigan, playing for the Spartans of Michigan State, I know you admired, I know you idolized the terrific Magic Johnson. Standing 6'7", 6'8", you even drew some comparisons. Who in today's NBA do you think reminds you most of Magic now?
You know, I would say there's so many guys, but I would say Sean Livingston a little bit, Draymond Green, Kyle Anderson, we call him slow-mo. But I would probably say right now, Draymond Green, kind of the same size, play the same way, and also he went to Michigan State as well.
Yeah, there's another Spartan for you. That Tom Izzo does a pretty good job, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's all right.
Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas. And here's Carroll. He's got 7. And Sullinger kicks to Valanciunas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Moutier. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. From the line. And that misses everything.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
Here's Valanciunas. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Moutier dishes to Barton. He feeds it to Fareed. Takes it from 10 and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
And there isn't a whole lot of positives that you can take away from his performance from the mid-range game so far. A lot of chances have come up empty for him, but he seems intent on taking jumpers out there. Something's got to give.
Toronto, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And the Raptors call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
They should consider trying to get closer to the basket. Right now, the shots they are attempting are just clanking off the basket.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Sullinger. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for Denver, Terrell Arthur. He's checked in for Reed. Murray comes in for Will Barton. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Joseph, the pass to Powell. Ross with it. 6 points for him.
Watch outside.
Patterson, the screen. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. 4 on the shot clock. For 3, Ross. Denver grabs the miss. On the wing, Chandler. He's guarded by Ross. Arthur kicks to Nelson. Back to Arthur. To the middle. It's tipped. Pirtle with the steal. Patterson inside. Arthur's there. And the Raptors miss again. Denver in the lead. The 3. Up again. Ross grabs the board. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Ross. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And here's a look at the stats for Joseph. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
That free throw good from Ross.
The Raptors have made steady progress offensively. You think back to 2012, they were one of the 6 least efficient offenses in the league. The last couple seasons, top 5.
And both free throws good for Ross. And Schmitty, if you had to nitpick the Raptors offense, what is it they could do to get even better?
Well, I think from the three-point line, they were 4th in three-point percentage last season, but only 19th in attempts. I think they could stand to shoot a few more out there at the same time. I like their mentality of attacking and getting into the lane.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Stripped it away. Now Arthur in the corner. It's Nelson. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 4-point Nugget lead. Raptors have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now for an update on Kyle Lowry's injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
No good from Ross.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
Powell kicks to Ross. Yes, that goes in.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
First personal foul, team's third.
One shot, find the lanes.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Nelson dishes to Arthur. Back to Nelson. Chandler against Ross. Chandler kicks to Nelson. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Chandler's got 4 this quarter. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry passes to Patterson. They set the pick. Here's Ross. They grab their own miss. Hurdle. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. Coming off a terrific season. 4th in steals, 12th in assists, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Nelson outside. Arthur with it. Patterson on him. Arthur, no good. Toronto's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
5-on-3 break. Powell for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Nuggets shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Nelson dishes to Chandler. The Nuggets with another miss. The Raptors shooting 42% from the field here in the 3rd. The shot by Powell, no good. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Nelson kicks to Murray. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really, Murray is so crafty at getting contact on his drives. Just fearless going to the hole.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. First free throw is good. And so Murray nails both of them. Toronto trailing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Lowry penetrating, buries it from about 10 feet away. Lowry's got his third basket of the night.
A nice make there from Lowry in the mid-range. He can do some damage from there.
Here's Murray. With 1 on the clock, that one doesn't drop. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of the game.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Raptors shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. The explosive pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
The 15-footer, and the Raptors tack on 2 more. Now here's Barton. The pass to Jokic. Knocks down the 10-footer. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Toronto working the ball around now. And here's Carroll. Sullinger the screen. 6 to shoot. Chandler with the block. Nelson against Lowry. Screen by Fareed. Down low. It's stolen by Sullinger. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Lowry's got the ball. Launches the 3. That's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Screen by Fareed. Nelson kicks to Fareed. And here's Chandler from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Carroll's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Screen by Valanciunas. Now the dish to Carroll. Up top to DeRozan. Defending. Carroll for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 3.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Fareed the pass to Barton. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Raptors leading by 3. Right side, DeRozan. Jokic with the steal.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Back to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists here tonight.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
Mudiay pass to Jokic. To the middle. Tipped away. Fareed dishes to Mudiay. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Well, he's trying to help put the game out of reach. Instead, his poor shooting is keeping the other side in this.
And Fareed kicks to Jokic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Free throw, good. Jokic. That one falls, so he hits both of them. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now, here's Lowry, defended by Moutier. Valanciunas against Jokic. Sullinger is screen on Gallinari. 4 on the shot clock.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Jokic a screen. Here's Moutier. It's stolen by Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Kicks it to Lowry. And it's Carroll in the corner. And the Raptors miss again. The Nuggets trail by 3. Barton drives in. 7-foot shot. Here's Gallinari. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
How they let that happen, that is beyond me. Where is the fight? No easy baskets. Has to be their mentality on defense right now.
DeRozan in the corner. Sullinger with a screen for DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto.
The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. That one misses.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
It's up a 3. Here's Valanciunas, and Fareed sends it back. Here's Moutier, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
The reason why, he has such a great touch. You got to have that shot inside with the big guys.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Oh, no question. He just punishes the opposition in that category, and there's no end in sight.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Feeds it to Carroll. They need this. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. The alley-oop layup, very well done. And now a 6-point Denver lead.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. It's good. 11 points for Kyle Lowry.
Nice read there from Lowry. Saw that his best option was to pull up for the jumper.
Fareed, a screen on Lowry. Moutier kicks to Barton. Here's Jokic, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jokic has got 8 here in the quarter. Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Jokic a screen. Fareed against Valanciunas. Shot from 12. That's short off the rim. Raptors trail by 4. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Patterson, he's checked in for Sullinger. Here is Lowry. He dishes it to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And Fareed throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Lowry passes to DeRozan. And it's Carroll in the corner. And the 3 off target.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Toronto trailing. Now running. Here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. DeRozan's shot is off. Barton against Carroll. And Gallinari kicks to Barton. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. DeRozan against Barton. And Gallinari kicks to Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Jokic.
Great job there from Valanciunas not to give any ground on that shot.
Jokic, no good. Outside Lowry. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Denver leading by 3. Fareed setting the pick for Moutier. Fareed outside. Back to Moutier. Pass to Jokic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Raptors trail by 5. Lowry with the ball. Screen by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Beautiful screen right there from Valanciunas. He is not an easy guy to get around.
Now, Moutier. Inside, Jokic. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And that one's good, Jokic. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Carroll with the three. Barton with the rebound. Barton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Gallinari in the corner. It's good from long range. Gallinari's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, so tough to see when a player goes down with an injury like that.
Yeah, this one looks like it could be really bad. Hopefully we can get an update on this one pretty soon.
And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in. Here's DeRozan. But they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. First, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Big shots there. They are clearly in control of this game now.
The feed to Valanciunas. The 10-footer finds the target. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Screen by Fareed. Barton outside. Jokic passes to Fareed. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Takes a 3. Shot clock at 5. Barton no luck. Toronto shooting 40% in the 4th. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. .105 left to play in the final quarter. Here's DeRozan. To the inside. Here's Valanciunas. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
Patterson nails it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
The difference is he wanted it. There was no way he was letting anybody else take that shot.
Barton kicks to Jokic. The jump hook. Valanciunas grabs the board. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
And they have to be careful with the ball.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Those in dishes to Lowry. Patterson, the screen. Back to DeRozan to take the lead. He's off from 3. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that make. Huge shots.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gallinari on the wing. Offline. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Will Barton is out there with Moutier, and it's Jokic in at the center position. Chandler kicks to Fareed. To the paint. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Fareed. 14 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
That's exactly where they want the ball to go. He did a great job getting the ball into that position.
Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. No good from Ross.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
And DeRozan kicks to Love. Raptors moving the ball around. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Love the aggression that Valanciunas showed there. He welcomed the contact inside to get to the line.
Valanciunas at the line for two.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Here's Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
Dishes it to DeRozan. Not going to go that time. And Denver the other way now. Chandler kicks to Barton. Fades. And he's good on the three ball. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lowry passes to Sullinger. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's 15 points for Jared Sullinger.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Moutier with the basket. Now here's Lowry. Time now for an injury report. Now for an update on Damari Carroll's injury. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Raptors was able to give me an update. And the news is not good. Right now it looks like a broken ankle with additional damage to the surrounding connective tissue. That's the end of his night, and he could be out for a while. Not the news he wanted to hear, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
Ross in the corner. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Nuggets have gone a little over 50% from the field in overtime. They're 4 of 6. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Chandler against Ross. Barton outside. Pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Barton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
So much riding on that possession. Just a huge shot. What determination on that play.
Shot from free throw range. DeRozan's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 4. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Pass to Barton. Jokic against Valanciunas. Jokic, no good.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guard you, just try to move the basketball on. Fantastic pass to connect with his teammate on the move.
The Nuggets have gotten off to a solid start in overtime on 5 of 8 shooting. Now here's Moutier, guarded closer. Fareed against Sullinger. Here's Chandler. And no good that time. And Toronto will come the other way. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Barton. The pass to Sullinger to tie it up. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Barton. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Now he's checked in for Toronto. And Denver also making a switch. Gallinari is checked in. And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 2. 34 seconds left in overtime. In the corner, Powell with it to take the lead. Gets the 3 to fall.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Fareed. Barton outside. Gallinari in the corner. 5 on the clock. Count it!
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Gave up a little momentum and then grabbed it right back.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 2. 9 seconds left in overtime. What do you think, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
Here's DeRozan. Can't knock in the 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And an intentional foul right there. That's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kenneth Faried. Took the second half of this game by storm. Time and time again, he came up with huge plays for his team. Shaq, your thoughts?
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
This is the manimal we're talking about. Kenneth Faried comes at you strong. He put the power in power forward. This guy plays strong all the time. He works as hard as anyone in the NBA.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.